Hi guys, welcome to my channel Beck Can Stitch. My name is Beck and I am here for an update for June and July 2025. Just want to say thank you to all those returning subscribers and a warm welcome to any new subscribers that may stumble across my channel. I am primarily updating about my cross-stitching journey. Sometimes I may add some other crafts that I have done, but that won't be very frequently. If you could please like, subscribe and comment down below, I'd love to hear from you. I would like to see some more subscriber numbers come up, so that would be very muchly appreciated. This is Flosstube number 6, and like I said, I'm here for a June and July update. So let's get into some stitching. First off, I'm going to show you one of my stamped cross stitch kits. This one I ordered off Temu. I call it Butterflies. It is done on a 14 count aida, 2/1 full cross, using everything that was provided in the kit. Last month when you saw it, I will insert a photo. And I have actually got a bit of progress on it this month. I'm not able to tell you the stitch count because obviously it's a stamped kit and paper and I don't keep a record of those. But this is where I have gotten to this month. I will just try to move this one. It's not going to get out of the way. So what did I do on this one? So I have continued to work down on the dark blue section and the black section. And then I have come up just to start filling in some of this first butterfly in some of the browns that it has. So that is my progress on my stamped kit of butterflies. The next piece that I'm going to show you is my Peter Rabbit sampler. This one is with a subscription for the Hatchet magazine, which I get monthly. I get 4 issues every month. This one, for those of you who have been to my channel before, will know I had to do a bit of frogging on this one, and I had accidentally put a hole in my fabric. So I have changed it to a 14 count aida that I did have that was gridded. So I class this one as a restart. The last time that you saw it, I'll insert a photo above. So this one I am doing 2/1 full cross, using all of the stuff that Hatchet supplies, and then it is also 1 strand back stitch as well. So this month I have done a fair bit of progress on Peter. So I have managed to fully complete the first motif, including the back stitch. And now I am currently working on the second motif over this way, which is 2 bunnies again. But so far I'm really enjoying this one. I do find that I do have a little bit of difficulty counting, and I've had to frog a few more times since. But yes, I'm liking the progress of this one so far. So that is my Peter Rabbit spring sampler. There is also a autumn, winter and summer editions for that one as well. The next piece that I'm going to show you is my Mama Sea Turtle. This one is a retired chart from Heaven and Earth Design. Artwork is by Sheena Pike. This one I am doing on a 28 count hand dyed Aida, which I have got off AliExpress. And I am doing it 1/1 using CXC thread. Since you last saw it, I didn't write down how many stitches I've done. I've done 6,052 stitches, which now brings me to 27.94%. So this one I had also done some counting errors in. Obviously Beck can't count. So what I have managed to do now is that I went to Spotlight and just bought some filament, and I have now gridded down with the turtle. And I have basically, I think I was like up here with the turtle when you last saw it, so I have brought the mum's head further down. I now have an eye that stares at me while I stitch her. So this one I am trying to do a minimum of 200 stitches per day. So, but getting some decent progress in on this one. So as you can see, Bubby Turtle's just up here as well. The only thing that I was really disappointed with this in regards to the fabric is that it was supposed to be a opalescent type fabric. However, when the fabric arrived, it was just very mottled. It wasn't actually opalescent. So, but I will continue stitching on that anyway. So that is the progress of my Mama Sea Turtle. The next piece that I have to show you is the Fox and Rabbit Mystery Sale for 2025. I am doing this on a 25 count even weave. I'm doing a 1/1 full cross using a DMC variegated thread of 4215. This one, sorry, just reading my notes. So the current release for this one is August and September. So for the month of August, I have put in 5,243 stitches of the next release for that one, which is halfway through for September. Now this piece I did take with me to the hospital when I had to have another admission to hospital, and I did have it on my table, and unfortunately one of the catering staff there managed to spill some coffee in it, so I will give it a soak, but I'm not entirely convinced that the coffee stain is going to come out. But this is where I am up to with it. So, for the August, September releases, are these really big motifs. So I have managed to do 2 of them at the moment. And there is another one to go in here and down here as well. But even though it is coffee stained now, I am still enjoying it. I will just see if I can try and rinse some of that coffee out. What else about this one? Can't think of anything, but enjoying the progress on this. This one I am attempting to do 2 strands a day. which gives me about 300 stitches with those 200 strands, just to try and keep up with it. And the last piece that I have to show you is my picture of Milo. Yes, I have got Milo back out again. I did go into Spotlight and buy some of the threads so that I could start the next rows of pages. So Milo, I think, is done on a 14 count leugana. He is 2/1 full cross using DMC threads. The last time that you saw it, I will insert a photo here, and I have put in a whopping 17,395 stitches since you last saw it, and it is now at 15.91%, which gives me a total stitch of 48,524 stitches out of 304,964. So for Milo, for this one, I'm sorry, he is on an absolute massive piece of fabric. So because Beck can't count, and that I had the filament with me, so I have come down and I have gridded the fabric. So I have started back again over this way, and have started popping in some stitches on the next 10 by 10 down. So that's my progress for this month. Happy with this one, would like to pick it up a little bit more, but I tend to, what I'm trying to do is do my 2 strands on my mystery style, my 200 stitches on my Mama Sea Turtle, and then I will pick another project just to work on for the rest of the night. But Milo, I have also started to stitch in hand because I'm actually enjoying stitching in hand for my larger count fabrics. I wouldn't be stitching in hand on my Mama Sea Turtle because it's on a 28 count, and I am finding that one hard enough to work on as it is. So this is, I'm just going to see if I can try and get him all in there, and that is my full progress on Milo to date. Hold him up a little bit. So if you guys are only here for the stitching, thank you very much. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'd love to hear what you're stitching on, and thank you very much. Just wanted to give 2 shout outs today to people that I've recently started watching on YouTube. The first one is Jantina Stitches. She has a lot of full coverage and non-full coverage pieces, but I am really enjoying looking at her work. I have actually gone back quite a few Flosstubes to have a look and catch up with her. The second person that I wanted to shout out was Stitching with Charlie. It has been really interesting to watch her and her cross-stitching progress. She has only started cross-stitching, I think she said, since January this year. And I think that it's really amazing to see how far she has come in such a short space of time. So keep up the good work, and I hope you enjoy the craft as much as the rest of us do. A little bit of life update. Health-wise, I'm okay. My little short hospital stay that I had was basically for some pain relief. Silly me had tripped over something in the household and I landed completely flat on my stomach, which had unfortunately resulted in a fractured rib, and I was finding it quite difficult to breathe with that, so I just basically went in for some pain management. As for my chest pain, again, I just currently am feeling like I am a ticking time bomb. So far this month I have presented twice now to emergency with the chest pain. It is my usual typical chest pain that does get temporarily relieved with my GTN spray, but when that wears off, the pain does come back. But so far, my troponins, which is an enzyme that gets released when your heart is going through an ischemic event, has been negative to date. Yesterday my GP had referred me to get another blood test just to check it to make sure that the levels are staying low or negative, as they say. So I have an appointment with him tomorrow to follow up on that. So hopefully that remains negative, but previously with my chest pain I have presented, and then it's about a week or two later that I do get the spike in that troponin. So even though they say that the troponins are supposed to increase within 6 hours at the onset of chest pain, I'm take that with a grain of salt, because for me that hasn't always been the case. Kids are back at school now. My eldest boy has had a couple of driving lessons. However, he is still very reluctant to get into either mine or my partner's car to drive. So we do have a little car for them that we just need to get mechanically fixed. And then hopefully we can register that one, and hopefully he'll feel a little bit more comfortable driving in that one. The only thing is that is a manual car, whereas mine and my partner's are automatics. And I have a new little man in my life. His name is Rocky. He is a Nigerian dwarf goat. So he is currently 3 days old. Mummy had triplets, so she was actually going to take one of them off the mum so that she didn't have to look after 3 kids, and was going to bottle feed him anyway, so we offered to get him off her. He is settling in really, really well. He's taking his bottles now like a trooper. Getting on well with the dogs, in particular Lucy, my wiry Jack Russell. She tends to mummy him around a little bit. And yeah, he's acting just like a dog at the moment. I'll walk anywhere and I've got all 3 of them following me. But yeah, I will insert some pictures and a short little video at the end of this video. Anyway, I'm going to get going. My back is actually a bit sore today, which is why I've actually leant back. I will get this uploaded and edited, and yeah, I'll hopefully come back next month with an update for September. Thank you very much, guys. Take care, stay safe, and happy stitching. Bye for now.